Hey everybody, Hunter back again from Showtime Studios. Going to do a little bit of a product review today. And I've already done this video once and I had to delete it. And this is the second time around. I made a mistake in that video and didn't catch it until I went to proof the video. So had to delete that one. So we're going to start over here. This is from a company that I've never ordered from before, have never seen their products before, and kind of went out on a limb and tried something a little different. And I went ahead and ordered in everything you see laying here. Was $62 with shipping, which really wasn't that bad. I was pretty impressed with the pricing of it. And what we are talking about is a company called Mr. Model. And I don't know how many people out there have ever used their products. There's his logo, and it's called the Automotive Metal Line. And just to jump right into it, the part number on this is 1006, and this is for the aluminum turned oil filters. And you get 3 in a pack, and they look like they're decent quality. I think once you get them painted and get a decal and everything on them, they'll look real good. So as we go through each thing here, I'll give you the part number for anybody that may be interested in ordering this particular part. I don't have a link or anything. I'm not real tech savvy when it comes to putting up links. So it is Mr. Model. So if you go to Google and punch that in, you should be able to go directly to his website. And he is in Brazil. This actually came out of Brazil. That's where it was shipped from. So I figure he's in Brazil. And very, very nice parts. And next up, we have something that I use on a lot of my builds, especially my heavy commercial builds. This is the Photo-Etch, the Windshield Wipers. And this is part number MM2009. And this is the multi-piece windshield wipers. You have to do, it's like 3 separate pieces to put the wiper together. Very tedious, but these things are very much in scale. Very thin. I mean, they look the part, so they're going to look real nice on a finished build. So, you know, as long as you can get by the bending procedure on the arms themselves, down at the bottom, and then get everything to clip in. There's very little tabs where the actual blade goes on to the arm. You have to get all that bent and glued into place. These things are very tedious. But they're very much worth the effort when you're done. They look so much better than a kit part and much more in scale. And let's see, next we'll move on. I actually ordered 2 different sets of those. This is another set of Photo-Etch wiper blades, and this is part number 2010. And this is the 2-piece style. This has the lower part of the arm that you bend the little tabs on, and then you just attach the blade assembly to it. And it's pretty neat because you can go in and paint the blade assembly separate and then attach it, and it's all done. Once you put it on the model, put it together, you're finished. Glue it to the model and it'll look real good. So this was a little bit different style that I picked up, and I actually went ahead and picked up 2 packs of those just to make sure I have enough for future builds. And next up we have some radio faces. Now, I've used these, I think, for Model Car Garage or Detail Master, somebody like that. This is part number 2046, and you can see that they have the CDs there, and then they have the half CDs and also some cassette tapes, and then the radio faces. And the neat thing about that is if you want to simulate the CD being halfway ejected, in your model, you can use these half CDs. I did that in my Pro Star and also did it in my Ford 9000 LTL condo unit. And on the back of this, not all the packs have instructions because some of the stuff is self-explanatory, but they do have the assembly procedure on the back of the packaging to show you how everything goes together. So that's pretty cool. And I only picked up 1 pack of those because they go a long ways. Let's see, in here you actually get, how many do we have in this thing? It's a lot of them. 2, 4, 6, 7, 21 radio faces. And then they don't give you as many CDs. You get 1, 2, 3 full CDs, 3 partial CDs, and 3 cassettes. So should last you for a long time, just 1 pack of these. Next up, Something else I've used for Model Car Garage and Detail Master is the aluminum steering columns. This is part number 1003, and it has the turned aluminum column with the photo-etched detail parts, the bracket, the turn signal, things like that. So looks to be pretty decent. Right along the lines, I think, as far as quality and parts and everything, is either Model Car Garage or Detail Master. So I have a lot of these. I like to have different options when I'm building. So this would be cool for a street rod. And I just ordered one of those in. And the thing that got me interested in ordering from Mr. Model was, I think it was on Facebook. I seen somebody had posted this particular product here. And what this is the soda cans. And I know there's a company in Japan that makes these also, and I've never ordered them before. This is part number 1500. And they're soda and beer cans, and they have the turned aluminum cans with the photo etch tops and also the decals to go on them. So, and then on the back they have the instructions to tell you exactly how to put everything together, which is pretty self-explanatory, really. But very nice little detail item for if you've got a pickup or you're doing a diorama or something like that, or even a heavy commercial vehicle. You could put one of these in the cup holder. You could also put them in the sleeper, things like that. So I went ahead and ordered a couple packs of those. And next up, we have the nitrous bottle assembly. Now, I've ordered these from several different people before. These look pretty decent also. Part number 1014. And it also comes with the photo etch bracketry for it. And, of course, the turned aluminum nitrous bottle and the decals. And then on the back, it gives you all the instructions on how to put everything together to make the brackets and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I went ahead and ordered 3 of those because sometimes when I'm doing 10-pound bottles, I'll put 2 in fact, when we do the 83 Pro Street project, the Hurst Oles, will be putting nitrous on that. So we'll probably have 2 nitrous bottles in that particular build. So I went ahead and got 3 of those. And next up is air cleaner assembly, and this is part number 1050. This is the 14 millimeter by 4.5 millimeter, which basically it's about 9/16 in diameter. And if you look very closely there at the top of the air cleaner, you will see that it has a fastener detail in it, which I really like. And it also has the raised lip around the outside edge of it there, and it also has the screen in it. And the one thing that I really liked about this particular product was the fastener detail. On the Beetle, I used Parts by Parks, and this is one of his 14 millimeter air cleaners, or 9/16. And you can see that it just has the spun aluminum top, but it does not have an area for the hold down nut or a wing nut or anything like that. They do make this style where the nut is underneath of it and you actually spin the air cleaner down onto the carburetor stud. So they do make this style, but I think in a model, I like the detail of that fastener. And that's what's nifty about these air cleaners from Mr. Model, is they have that detail already in them. So pretty cool product. And I went ahead and picked up 3 of the bigger 14 millimeter air cleaners just to have for future use. And next up, we have another air cleaner set, and this is the smaller ones. If you're doing a tunnel ram or a blower or anything like that, that has 2 4s on it. This is part number 1054, and this is the 8 millimeter, which is about 5/16 in diameter. Also has the fastener detail, the raised lip around it. It has the screening on it, and you get 2 in a pack. So we will be using these on the Hurst Oles project too, because that'll have 2 4s on it. So this is one of the things that we'll be using on it. And I went ahead and got 2 packs just for future use. And the last thing that we picked up was the breather caps for the valve covers. And that is part number 1010. And you get 2 per pack. Very nice little units. They're not like a Moroso. They're kind of like some of the billet style Moroso, I guess you could say. The older Moroso were just kind of a round breather and just domed on top. These actually have a step machined into them, but they look more like a billet breather than just a regular aluminum anodized breather. So pretty cool. We'll be using these on the Olds project also. And I went ahead and got 3 packs of those in just for future use. That'll give me breathers for 3 engines, maybe more if I only use one on a valve cover and an oil fill on the other valve cover. So they'll go a long ways. But like I say, all the parts that I got in from him was like $62 shipped, and it didn't take that long to get here. I think it was maybe 2 weeks at the most from the time I ordered it to the time I got it in. It did come in registered. You do have to sign for it, or at least I did. So I went down to the post office and picked it up and just had to sign the electronic thing down there to, I guess, let him know that you did receive the product and that you actually picked it up. But not bad for $62. We got a nice stack of real nice aftermarket parts here that we'll be using here in the near future. So that's all we have for the little product update. I have a kit review coming up next, so stay tuned for that. It's on a pretty nifty kit, expensive kit, and we're going to do a complete unboxing of it and go through all the parts, and I'll show you what all you get for your money. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and as always, this is Hunter from Showtime Studios, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.